The teacher ended, and his high discourse concluding, earnest in my looks inquired if I appeared content, and I, whom still unsated thirst to hear him urged, was mute outwardly, yet inwardly I said, perchance my too much questioning offends. But he, true father, marked the secret wish by diffidence restrained, and speaking, gave me boldness thus to speak, Master, my sight gathers so lively virtue from thy beams, that all, thy words convey, distinct is seen. Wherefore I pray thee, Father, whom this heart holds dearest, thou wouldst deign by proof to unfold that love, from which as from their source thou bringst all good deeds and their opposite. He then, to what I now disclose be thy clear ken directed, and thou plainly shalt behold how much those blind have erred, who make themselves the guides of men. The soul, created apt to love, moves versatile which way soever pleasing prompts her, soon as she is whacked by pleasure into act. Of substance true your apprehension forms its counterfeit, and in you the ideal shape presenting attracts the soul's regard. If she, thus drawn, incline toward it, love is that inclining, and a new nature knit by pleasure in ye. Then as the fire points up, and mounting seeks his birthplace and his lasting seat, e'en thus enters the captive soul into desire, which is a spiritual motion, that ne'er rests before enjoyment of the thing it loves. Enough to show thee, how the truth from those is hidden, who over all love a thing praiseworthy in itself, although perhaps its substance seems still good. Yet if the wax be good, it follows not th impression must. What love is, I returned, thy words, O guide, and my own docile mind, reveal. Yet thence new doubts have sprung. For from without if love be offered to us, and the spirit knows no other footing, tend she right or wrong, is no desert of hers. He answering thus, what reason here discovers I have power to show thee, that which lies beyond, expect from Beatrice, faith not reason's task. Spirit, substantial form, with matter joined not in confusion mixed, hath in itself specific virtue of that union born, which is not felt except at work, nor proved but through effect, as vegetable life by the green leaf. From whence his intellect deduced its primal notices of things, man therefore knows not, or his appetites their first affections, such in you, as zeal in bees to gather honey, at the first, volition, meriting nor blame nor praise. But o'er each lower faculty supreme, that as she list her summon to her bar, ye have that virtue in you, whose just voice uttereth counsel, and whose word should keep the threshold of assent. Here is the source, whence cause of merit in you is derived, e'en as the affections good or ill she takes, or severs, winnowed as the chaff. Those men who reasoning went to death profoundest, marked that innate freedom, and were thence induct to leave their moral teaching to the world. Grant then, that from necessity arise all love that glows within you, to dismiss or harbor it, the power is in yourselves. Remember, Beatrice, in her style, denominates free choice by eminence the noble virtue, if in talk with thee she touch upon that theme. The moon, while night a midnight hour belated, made the stars appear to wink and fade, and her broad disk seemed like a crag on fire, as up the vault that course she journeyed, which the sun then warms, when they of Rome behold him at his set, betwixt Sardinia and the Corsic isle. And now the weight, that hung upon my thought, was lightened by the aid of that clear spirit, who riseth Andes above Mantua's name. I therefore, when my questions had obtained solution plain and ample, stood as one musing in dreary slumber, but not long slumbered, for suddenly a multitude, the steep already turning, from behind, rushed on. With fury and like random rout, as echoing on their shores at midnight heard Ismenus and Asopus, for his Thebes if Bacchus' help were needed, so came these tumultuous, curving each his rapid step, by eagerness impelled of holy love. Soon they overtook us, with such swiftness moved the mighty crowd. Two spirits at their head cried weeping, blessed Mary sought with haste the hilly region. Caesar to subdue Alerta, darted in Marseilles his sting, and flew to Spain. Oh, tarry not, away, the others shouted, let not time be lost through slackness of affection. Hearty zeal to serve reanimates celestial grace. O ye, in whom intenser fervency haply supplies, where lukewarm erst ye failed, slow or neglectful, to absolve your part of good and virtuous, this man, who yet lives, credit my tale, though strange, desires to ascend, so morning rise to light us. Therefore say which hand leads nearest to the rift rock. So spake my guide, to whom a shade returned, Come after us, and thou shalt find the cleft. We may not linger, such resistless will speeds our unwearied course. Vouchsafe us then thy pardon, if our duty seem to thee discourteous rudeness. In Verona I was abbot of San Zeno, when the hand of Barbarossa grasped imperial sway, that name, ne'er uttered without tears in Milan. And there is he, hath one foot in his grave, who for that monastery ere long shall weep, ruing his power missest, for that his son, a body ill compact, and worse in mind, and born in evil, he hath set in place of its true pastor. Whether more he spake, or here was mute, I know not, he had sped e'en now so far beyond us. Yet thus much I heard, and in remembrance treasured it. He then, who never failed me at my need, cried, Hither turn. Lo! Two with sharp remorse chiding their sin. In rear of all the troop these shouted, first they died, to whom the sea opened, or ever Jordan saw his heirs, and they, who with Aeneas to the end endured not suffering, for their portion chose life without glory. Soon as they had fled past reach of sight, new thought within me rose by others followed fast, and each unlike its fellow, till led on from thought to thought, and pleasured with the fleeting train, mine eye was clost, and meditation chong to dream.